We are going to start with lecture number 13. I just would like to remind you of the fact that the last two lectures, 13 and 14, are going to be like revision, muraja, summaries for the rest of the lectures that we have already covered. In this lecture, I will start talking about articles, definite and indefinite articles. Definite article, which is the, and indefinite articles, which are a and an, In the direct lectures, some students said, Doctor, sometimes while you do talk, you talk about something which is not directly shown in the slides. This is my way. I talk about the lecture, about the grammar, about the structure, in general, then in details, and what I say in the lecture is indeed found in the written material, in the slides. You will find everything written in there. So once you read it, you will understand it because I have already explained it. Using articles. Here, I gave you some definitions, some ways through which we use indefinite and definite articles. For example, what is an article? Like adjectives, articles modify nouns. Modify means precedes. Boy is a noun. I say the boy. Boy is a noun. I might say a boy. University is a noun. I might say an or a university. So, articles, whether definite article or indefinite articles, indeed precede the nouns. English has two articles. I've already talked about this. Two articles, the definite article, and a and an, which are considered indefinite articles. And I made it very clear that an is used when the word starts with the sound or with a vowel sound. Apple starts with the vowel A, so I say an apple. Orange starts with the vowel O, so I say an orange. But the word dog starts with the consonant and the D, so I say a dog. What I have just said is written here. This is my point. Sometimes I might be in a slide, but I might talk about something else, but later on, eventually, at the end, you will find everything I say in the lecture written in the slides. If I say the, this is what I wrote here. When I use the definite article the, means I'm talking about a particular thing. So, if I say, let's read the book, the use of the definite article the with the word book means I'm talking about a specific book, not any book. Read the book I talked about, for example. But sometimes I might say, let's read a book. This means I advise you to read. Let's read a book, any book. So I'm not talking about a specific book. And this is the difference between the and the indefinite articles a and an. Once I use the, means I'm talking about a specific thing. But once I use a or an, I'm talking about not a specific thing, but anything of that type. For example, eat an orange every morning, any orange. But I like the orange you gave to me. I'm talking about a specific orange which was given to me by you, for example. That is used to refer to a specific or a particular member of a group. For example, I just saw the most popular movie of the year. There are so many movies. If I use the definite article that, I'm talking about a particular movie, not any movie. The thing that I have just talked about. A and an is used to refer to a non-specific or non particular member of the group. For example, I would like to go to see a movie, any movie. I'm not talking about a specific movie, but if I say, oh, I'm going to see the movie you talked about, for example, I'm talking about specific movie. And this is the difference between definite and indefinite articles. Normally we use a and an to refer to something for the first time. Once I mention something for the first time, a and an are used. For example, we went to a museum in Paris. We ate at the museum too. In the first time, I say a museum. This is revision. I talked about this in the previous lectures. But in the second time, I say the museum, because I mean the museum we have visited. So once you mention a noun in the first time, you have to use a or an. But once it is mentioned for the second time, the is preferred to be used. Here we have the same thing. We have talked about it. Somebody call a policeman. Any policeman. I don't mean a specific policeman. I'm not talking about a particular policeman. In general, a policeman, whoever he is. But if I say the policeman was nice, I mean that specific man, that particular man, because it is preceded by the definite article the. The same here. This is the thing I've already covered. A is used when the word starts with consonant, a dog, a boy, and is used when the word starts with a vowel, an orange, an apple, and so on and so forth. Here is very important, by the way. If the noun is modified by an adjective, it means that we have a noun like egg, and we have an adjective broken. Here, the indefinite article a or an must precede the adjective. If the adjective starts with a consonant, we use a or an. If the adjective starts with, if the adjective starts with a vowel, we use a or an. If the adjective starts with a consonant, we use the. Broken egg. The noun is egg, and the adjective is broken. The adjective starts with consonant, which is b, so I say a broken egg. A broken egg. Again, if the word, the adjective, which precedes the noun, starts with a vowel, we use an. But if it starts with a consonant, we use a. Broken egg, the adjective broken starts with the consonant b, so a is used. So I say a broken egg. I don't look at the e of the word egg. Here I have to concentrate on the adjective. And according to the first letter on the adjective, I decide whether a is used or an. If the first letter in the adjective, which precedes the noun, starts with a consonant, a is used. But if it starts with a vowel, an is used. So I say a broken egg. But the second example, an unusual problem, because the adjective unusual starts with the vowel a. So an is used. I think this is clear. The second example, European country. The adjective here is adjective. The adjective here is the European, and it starts with U. In this case, it is not a vowel. It doesn't have a vowel sound like university, a university. And here I say a European country. Sounds like year, O, B, N, okay, begins with consonants. The examples that I have, like year, O, B, N, okay. This point, I talked about it, but it seems that I have to explain it again. European country sounds like yeah, university, European. It is not treated as a vowel sound. because I do not pronounce the U as A, as it is in usual. Unusual. Unusual, I didn't say in unusual, it is the U pronounced as A. But in the word European or university, the U is pronounced as U, as Ya. This sound, Ya, which is considered the glide. In other words, I don't care for how the letter is written, but how the letter is pronounced. In other words, the same U could be treated as a vowel if it is pronounced as A, like unusual, and an is used with it, but U is treated as a consonant if it is pronounced as Ya. It is not A. So I say a university. In both cases, unusual and university, U is written and it initiates the word. But once it is pronounced as A, an is to be used. Once it is pronounced as U, if it is pronounced as U, A is to be used, because in this case it is not treated as vowel. It is not treated as a vowel sound. I am a teacher means I am a member of a large group known as teachers. I am a teacher, any teacher, because a teacher here is a member of a large group known as teachers. I am one of its members. This is the point. Sam is, for example, a practicing Muslim. There are so many Muslims, he is one of them. He is one of the group, for example. Brian is an Irishman. Brian is a member of the people known as Irish, a group called Irish. Brian is one of the members of that group. So A is to be used if it starts with a consonant, and an is to be used if it starts with a vowel. The same different article that is used when I'm talking about specific object or specific person. I was happy to see the policeman who saved my cat. I'm talking about a specific policeman. The policeman who saved my cat, not the policeman who saved my friend, for example. So that is used to tell you we're talking about specific person, specific, for example, thing sometimes. So if you're talking about a particular object, a particular person, the definite article that is to be used. But yes, I saw the elephant at the zoo. I saw the elephant at the zoo means I'm talking about specific elephant. Here we're talking about a specific noun. Properly, there is only one elephant at the zoo. Here we talk about countable and non-countable nouns. As I told you, that can be used with non-count nouns. Non-count nouns like sugar, tea, we talked about this, it is a revision. Or the article can be omitted entirely. You have two options. You can say, I love to sail over the water, some specific body of water, this means, or I love to sail over water, any water. The same examples indeed. Geographical use of the, for example, with countries, don't use the before. Here I wrote it in red to tell you that the in these contexts that I mentioned in this slide, the could not be used. Italy, I couldn't say the Italy. Jordan, I couldn't say the Jordan. So here are some examples where the is forbidden from being used. You have to avoid using them, and I wrote them in red line in order to tell you that it is, or it would be, a very big mistake once that is used in these circumstances. But if we have one thing of something, that is to be used. For example, on earth we have only one Nile, so we say the Nile. We have one sun, so we say the sun. We have one moon, so we say the moon. The Nile means Nahr al-Nil. We say the Nile. Okay? That is to be used in these circumstances. The center, the top, the middle, the bottom. Please keep this in your mind. These examples are very much important. That is not to be used with breakfast, lunch, dinner. Go to work. I don't say go to the work. Go to work. Get to work. Be at work. A kind of advice or order. Here, the is not to be used. It is to be avoided. Go to church, for example. Go to bed. Here are some exercises of what I have just covered. I would like to thank you, and inshallah see you in the next lecture. Thank you.